So I had put too much weight on the shelf the night before. It'd been totally fine in the morning when I opened it, the fridge. But we come back home, bro, when I say glass was everywhere in the fridge, it was like a glass grenade went off everywhere. I stayed and helped her clean for a little bit. She was still cleaning it at 4 p.m.
Ooh.
She spent, because it went literally everywhere in the fridge. Every shelf had to come out.
What was so heavy?
Well, 2 things of pasta I doubled up on top of each other. I should have dispersed them.
Bro, you're English, not Italian, okay?
But Jordan...
Easy.
But you know, Jordan went, she said, oh, is that the shelf that had the 2 things of pasta on it? I said, yeah. She said, yeah, I saw that. I didn't want to be like, well, why do you move it? Because I'll put it there, but...
What type of pasta? Like pre-made?
No, I made it all fresh, sauce and everything. Nice. It wasn't good though. It's too al dente? The balance, too much tomato still. I gotta de-tomatize it.
So the sauce wasn't good. The pasta was fine?
No, yeah, pasta's easy, isn't it? Yeah. You can't get pasta wrong. You got a problem. Alejandro, can you cook pasta? No. Oh, bro, it's so easy. You should be able to
He probably don't have a KitchenAid. He probably can't run it through the...
You can't do it now? No. Bro, it's so easy.
Real question. Is the lettuce up top, is that natural curl or do you perm up?
Oh man, that is a beautiful perm, isn't it? Look at that. That's awesome.
That is thick.
Are you going to go out and do Bad Bunny braids? You sure? Oh,
the era has sailed.
Okay, it's good though. So then I
hold on. Transparent moment.
Sure.
That I've had many different types of braids in my life. I've been rode up. I've had the cornrows for sure. It's
but you have.
I've also done the individual braids like what you would do if you went to Jamaica or one of the islands, man. And all of it was ridiculous. So,
no, really.
Yeah. So Alejandro, you could still do it.
Think about it, bud.
Comes in Monday.
Give it some thought. I think it'd be great.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry. TMI.
So we had so when I went to my open house yesterday, obviously totally frazzled. Nothing was. It was like turned up late. It's not great. It's actually our property, and so the seller that would be mad at me is myself because otherwise it's totally unacceptable. But we had how many open houses did we do yesterday? We had like 20. Pretty much everyone at the brokerage who was available. Mm-hmm. Did an open house yesterday. Something stupid like 24 open houses, 25 open houses. We had a bunch going on.
Yeah.
It was great. So with regard to open houses, number one myth you hear about open houses in the industry.
I mean, you just straight away at this one, that they don't work. I think.
Yeah, every time people say that, don't they?
Yeah, and I mean, you and I for sure have had success with them, but we also know other agents that crush open houses in Tulsa, right? Like not nationwide. So, why
do you think people say they don't work?
I think it's a training thing, right? Like,
oh, interesting. I don't think that. I think people say it because they don't want to do it. I think if they're sitting down to list with someone and that person wants to list with them, especially if they're maybe like not someone who has like a big support network at their brokerage or cover for them.
Yeah.
Why would they tell you that open houses work? Because then you're going to go, well, when will you come and do it at my house? And they're like, ooh, I've already got 4 listings. You're number 5. That means the soonest I can get is 5 weeks. I also think, like I said, some agents don't do it. Like for me yesterday, goose egg, no one came. So yeah, like that happens time to time. Then I'm talking to Briley downstairs. She's having 7-8 groups come through her house. Jess Davis has hers. She had 4 buyers she picked up in one open house.
That's crazy.
That's incredible, right? So I think people just say it because they don't want to do it, because they do work, obviously. Otherwise, the industry wouldn't have them. We wouldn't have survived as long as it has.
Yeah, I think it's a really interesting concept. I should do some homework at some point, be like, where did they start? How did this come about? Because, I mean, I don't know if I know that history of real estate in general. But I would totally agree with you on that. I could see where people, it's like, I don't want to commit to doing that on a Sunday or Saturday on my weekend. And especially if you've had some experience where you've goose egged one, or you know what I mean, like you just
or a few,
or don't convert, you know, anything from them. So immediately, and you're just like, I'm just going to rule this out. I don't have to do it then, and I don't like them anyway. But yeah, I think that's a huge. I mean,
what about the training side? You said training. Why do you think that?
Meaning, kind of along the same, right? Like some of it's a mentality thing. If you're not going into this open house expecting to generate good feedback, number one, for the seller, whoever, whether it's your listing or not, you're sitting in someone else's open house, right? Like true constructive criticism or feedback about the house, that's a miss, right? Because that's one of the general purposes of said open house, right? Yep. Secondarily, you're not going into it thinking, I'm going to generate business opportunity relationally for myself. You're not going to win.
Yeah, the mindset of the agent in the open house is super important, isn't it?
Sure.
Like for me, what I realize is real quick is like that's multiple job interviews for me. Those people coming through that open house, if I've not met them before, and that's my first interaction, this is an opportunity for them to interview me as their realtor. So there's a huge amount of inherent value there for sure. And if you have that mindset about your open houses, you realize this is your opportunity to be interviewed. It's completely different.
Yeah.
That's the great thing about it. I think we do. I mean, that's the thing. I don't know if enough people get, like you said, taught. These are the things to say in an open house. This is the question to ask.
Sure.
This is how to act.
And how to approach somebody where it's, memorable. It creates quick, reciprocity and relational leverage and opportunity with somebody without being pressy or salesy and making
staying
somebody
authentic.
Yeah, and just making somebody feel weird, right? Like they should already feel a little weird. They're walking through someone else's house, that's just randomly held open by somebody they don't know, right? It's a weird combination of circumstances.
What's the worst thing you've ever found at an open house?
I mean, definitely some, massive defecations, in parts of the house. Just poop.
Like on the floor?
Yeah.
From people or animals?
This was a 50-50 tosser, like where you're like,
where was the house?
I don't know. So this was probably 8 years ago. Probably, I'm going to say it's like southeast Broken Arrow. And I was hosting an open house. It was my listing.
Mm-hmm.
Was it my listing? Anyway, I go walking through the open house. I think I do a good job. I think I'm turning lights on, making sure it's genuinely prepped. About an hour and a half into it, I have a couple come down and they go, I don't know if you know this, but there's a huge turd upstairs in this closet on the ground. And I went upstairs and I'm telling you, 50-50. Yeah, right. Like 50-50 toss up. Could not tell you if that was an animal or it was a person. And I was shocked because I'm like,
what'd you do with it?
I just grabbed a big wad of tissue paper and just bear clawed that sucker and put it in the toilet and flushed it. But I was shocked because I
could you not smell it?
No, I couldn't. It didn't smell again when I went up there. I don't know.
Human would have a more distinct smell, surely.
Without getting into all the details, I was like, I really didn't have a great base on how long or not it had been there. Clearly, it had been there during the open house. So more than anything, I'm like, man, that's so embarrassing. There's probably 10 other people that walked through that open house, saw it, and then didn't say something to me. I'm like, thank you for saying something to me. Clearly, I missed it. So I don't know. After that, I checked open houses a little more thoroughly. What about you?
Same. 3 poop related ones.
Oh,
I had one.
Weird.
I had one where the house, this is a rule for you. If you're looking to buy a house, you're ever showing in a house, you need to go to the bathroom. Very simple. Whether the water's on or not, you have a 1 flush rule. If there's water in the cistern, that's your only shot at getting it gone, right? So even if the water's off, if there's water in the cistern, you got 1 and it will get it gone. It will get it gone at the house. I'll open the front door to the house. I can already smell something's wrong.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't know what it is. It's not obvious. I just know something's wrong. I'll walk in and I'll open that door and I'll go, and I'm like, ooh, something's off in this house. Like bad juju in there.
Right. There's
Little did I know it was bad juju.
There's an omen.
Yo, it was an oh man moment, bro. So I walk in and I'm trying to figure out where the smell's coming from. And then I walk around to the primary suite in the back of the house. And the toilet was full. And it was horrific. Absolutely horrific. That was bad. And I couldn't get rid of it because there was no water in the cistern. And then
that's brutal.
That was bad. I had another one. I felt so bad for his family. Their dog was so old, they could not remove it from the open house or showings. It was always there. And I mean, this thing was like Maybe the oldest dog in the world
And so,
ever.
wait, so did the dog like stank or something?
No.
Oh,
No.
just
So this
was-
is a separate story. That's story number one was the poop in the toilet.
Sure. But like,
Stories
was
number
the
two
dog
is-
a smell issue or just that it was
Just
there and
super
present?
old. It was just really old.
yeah.
And it was harmless. It was walking around. But one day we have the open house. It's super busy, right? And the poor dog had been stood by the back door trying to let me know it needed to go out. And it walked into the kitchen while there were people in the kitchen. And this poor dog looked me in the eye and it just pooped on the kitchen floor. And I'm not lying, people watched it in the open house, just doing it. Says that was bad because they all left. Obviously, everyone left immediately. And obviously, none of them, you're not even, what's the point of even asking for their phone number? They're not going to give me their number, are they? Like, I have other houses where dogs don't poo. No, you are forever the realtor that had the dog poo in the
Shocked
kitchen.
if the people were like, "Oh, that was the one. We knew it. It was a sign."
Third one, this is years ago. I was selling a house, or I was involved in a transaction where the couple were no longer staying together. Okay. There's a knock at the door as I'm starting the open house because when I turn up, it's crazy. There's stuff everywhere. It's like kind of being like sabotaged to some degree by one of the sellers. And it's the husband. He's at the door. He goes, I need to check something real quick. I'm like, sure. He runs upstairs. And all I hear is from him upstairs go, oh, no, she's doing it again. So I'm in the kitchen. I'm like, man, what's up? Is everything okay? He just goes, I'll be back. I'll go grab a trash bag. He comes running downstairs, goes out to his truck, comes back in. He's got work gloves on, a trash bag. He goes, run upstairs. He goes, she puts the cat litter tray in the shower. Oh, I was like, oh, okay, that's bad. He went, no, that's not the bad bit. The bad bit is she tries to flush it down the toilet. It's clogged it up.
Oh,
bro.
gross. What
it
a
was
combo.
So bad.
I'm not a cat person.
So, like, those smells,
Yeah.
that's like the worst in it, really. Like, I've never walked in and had someone, like, staying, squatting, none of that stuff.
I've had
Never
that during
any of
showings, but I've never had that during.
People just staying in the house that's not meant to be there or meant to be there.
Yeah, no, not meant to be there.
Oh, for real?
Squatting. That was a long time ago. I mean, and they were like, it wasn't violent
chill
or anything
with
like that. They just were, embarrassed clearly, and we left. So it wasn't like I was going to continue to try and.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, it was evident enough where we had walked in there, and they were like very clearly, I shouldn't be here. Why are you here? And so we had surprised them, and
Did they know the house was for sale?
I think it was one of those. You remember like when the scam stuff would happen, where it's like, I'm gonna lease this house.
I'm gonna give you a down
somebody.
payment. You'll get it tomorrow. Can I just move in today?
Yeah. Well, and I think it was this was like, hey, I'm going to take an active listing. I'm going to put it on Facebook Marketplace. I'm going to rent the house to somebody, even though I don't own the house. And then
that was the thing.
I'll
I
take
remember
their
that.
deposit and I'll just split. And then now, randomly there's some person living in your house and you don't know about it. I think it was one of those situations,
Oh, that's awkward.
but they also were still there. And so they could tell something wrong had happened there. And so anyway, it was a weird situation. The other one was like, I showed this house up by TU one time and we walked through the whole house. I mean, this is probably 2,500 square feet. We're making it to the last room and I open the door and for sure there's a man sleeping in this bed.
Oh yeah, I've had that.
He raises up out of there, scares us to death. We think the house is, we've
Haunted,
seen the whole house,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
So we're like making plenty of noise, moving around, open doors, closing doors. Like there would have been plenty of opportunity for somebody to be like, I need to get out. I'm sorry. I forgot to. And he just, he like sits up. He goes, oh, my bad. And we were like, oh, so sorry. And he goes, need a minute. And that was it. We just immediately go back outside and like we stand out there for, we were potentially going to go back in and still see that final room of the house. We waited for like 30 minutes and the guy...
They still wanted to buy it, huh?
Not enough, but like 20 minutes we stand outside. Guy never comes out, never apologizes, never anything. We were like, I guess let's just move on, and we moved on. So that was weird.
I showed the wrong house once. I turned up, so it was a neighborhood where they all looked similar.
You told me this.
And it was
so crazy.
I walked straight into that front door, confident as can be. And she was sat at the table. She's like, hello, can I help you? And I was like, let's just say, for example, the agent's name was Gannon. I was like, Gannon not tell you I was coming? And she went, who's Gannon? I went, you're listing agent? She went, I'm not listed right now. I was like, There's a lockbox on your front door. She had taken off like the day before the same house. It looks exactly the same from the front.
Yeah.
And they're like a block apart too. Like one's on like, say 97th place and one's on 97th Street.
But
So I
it
just
had
went down
been
there
on
and
the
showed-
market.
Yeah, and it had
which
even
is
been
crazy.
listed.
Yes.
And that was like,
Dude,
so
that's
that was
wild
super
circumstances.
awkward. I mean,
Wild circumstances.
yeah. I've had it where people's been sleeping in the house for like a whole family. Like literally the whole family. Like I opened the front door. They didn't know, their agent didn't tell them the showing was happening. And they it was just a man and his wife. And they waved me and they said, it's okay, you can like go see the house. But they didn't tell us in the bedrooms upstairs. Their kids were all asleep. And they were like teenagers. So we're like opening doors and like there are bodies in the bed. I showed a house once before where someone was in the house and we didn't know they were in the house for the entire showing. So like
So you didn't even see them.
wow. So we go upstairs, right? And we open a closet, and in the corner of the closet, this is God's honest truth as well, there's like a pile of clothes there. If your kids are hiding under clothes, it looks like that, right? So we're just like, oh, it's a pile of clothes. We see the whole house, go outside, stand outside. I'm outside with the client, and he's like looking up on the roof as he's talking to me. And I'm like, the house has like kind of like castle front to it. I'm like, we're talking like, what are you looking at? He's like, there's someone on the roof. I went, what? There ain't no one on the roof. He went, there's someone on the roof of the house. I'm not joking. And I'm like, shut up, man. There ain't no one on the roof. He went, there's someone on the roof. Not. So we turn around, look, can't see him. Like, I'm like, nah, mate, you were having me on because he's a friend. I'm like, he's winding me up. Like, they're in the house, we're in the house.
Yeah.
That night I get home, I'm providing feedback to all the agents from the day, right? And I get to that, I'm like, oh, so-and-so, thank you so much for letting me show. It's a possible option. They're not sure though. They probably need a little more yard space than what the house has. I appreciate you letting me show. She goes, oh my gosh, I am so sorry. I forgot to tell the tenants you were coming. I'm sorry they were there during the showing. And I was like, what? She was like, yeah, they got scared, hid in the closet and went out the window and waited on the roof. I was like, why didn't they tell me that they were there? She was like, I think they were just so frightened.
Dude, that's weird. That's
Yeah,
a
that's
weird
weird.
reaction.
It did ruin the house for the buyer too, because it's just like if you're someone who gets weirded out, like would you? I mean, you'd have to really like the house.
Yeah, I mean, that's all kind of a lot to overcome.
Yeah.
All right, so 24 open houses or something of the lot.
There's a lot.
Have you heard any action from like what was
yeah,
there
I
any
think people had good traffic. I think that what we see typically in Tulsa is, post Valentine's Day, post Super Bowl, the market starts to pick up again.
Sure.
Because people are active. NFL's not on Sundays anymore.
Weather's nice.
Weather starts to get better. People start to think about the market and doing things. And right now, there's this window of time where, with rates being fairly consistent, if you're someone who's been putting off moving until rates got where you want it to go, there's deals out there right now. Mm-hmm. So I think that for most people, the biggest thing right now is going out and making the most of what's on the market, looking at opportunities that are out there. We have sellers that would take 30, 40 grand below list right now.
Sure.
They won't list there because they don't want to
show their cards or whatever the mentality is.
They're also okay with you telling agents, hey, if you're going to show that house, tell them like if they want to negotiate, I'll sell for whatever.
Yeah.
Like I have a client right now. He told me he'd take 37 grand off of list price. If anyone asks, you can tell them that straight from the jump. Okay, great. Another client, she's like, yeah, I'll pay for new carpet for the house. I don't want to reduce price for it. I know it needs it. I don't have the cash to do it up front, but I'll do it with proceeds.
Yeah.
Great. So I think there are opportunities out there, and I think what open houses provide you as a buyer is kind of a screening process for what's in the market.
Yeah, 100%.
And so the biggest thing we tell everyone all the time is you have to build an educational base and an understanding of what's out there. An easy way to do that is an open house. And if you don't want to be bothered at the open house when you walk in, you just tell them, hey, I'm working with Gannon Brown at Moore Agency. I'll let him know my feedback and he'll reach out to you. That way, it's great.
Yeah, I think there's some really good listings still out there right now that probably have 100 days on the market or 150, maybe even 180 days on market. Total sleepers, like need to sell and probably still have some negotiability left in them. And I mean, that's how you find good deals. That's how you buy well, is like in my opinion, in an environment just like this. And it's not because the house is overpriced.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't think that's the reality of the situation. I think those houses are worth great money, but had a rough Q4. We're probably the bridesmaid a couple of times with some other buyers and just didn't click so far. And now they've got that weird rap sheet, the market rap sheet of like, oh, what's wrong with that one? It's been on the market. No, it's probably fine. You should probably go see it in person and you might can make a pretty good buy on something.
Yeah, I'd agree with that right now. I think look at the one you had in Drink Southeast. It sat and sat and sat.
Shocker. We've talked about that house
on it
on this podcast already, which is crazy. And, in my opinion, these people made an absolute steal of a buy. Right place, right time for them.
For someone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what it is right now. And so for us, our kind of advice here is we think open houses work. If your agent tells you they don't work, I think you should ask them why and maybe wonder, is it them, or maybe they provide you with a reason that is sound. But it would take a lot to convince me that open houses don't work. It's a valuable opportunity to get feedback. And also when the neighbors come through, they're almost the best person to have come through the house as an agent. Number one, it gives you an opportunity to meet someone you don't know in the area where your listing is. And number two, it gives you the opportunity to have unfiltered feedback from someone.
Yeah. And if you're a consumer, I love it when I've met, like if I'm meeting with a buyer who's been going through open houses, you're getting a baseline for like where you want to be or don't want to be, what you're starting to like or not like, right? Like those are great baselines for data for people. Even if you're not seeing the house you're actually going to buy, I don't think that's the purpose of the open house. If you're a consumer, it's to go get your feet wet, make sure that you're hunting the right direction, continue to scratch the itch of like, we're going to buy something this year. And then, hopefully that's turning into you're having conversations with a lender if you're going to go do that, or you're starting to line up if you need to sell your place. I think those are great. They're great indicators and continuations of like the exploration process that it's going to make it easier when you are ready to execute.
Yeah. What episode number is this, Alejandro? 8 episodes, and it's the first time we talked about poop. That shows maturity.
Yeah. And cornrows.
And cornrows too, this guy.
And the lettuce of Alejandro.
We'll see Alejandro in next week, coming in looking like Bad Bunny.
Yeah.
Braids.
How much, like, could we put a dollar amount? Like, is it $100? Is it $200? Is it $500 for you to come in next week braided?
Careful, you might say an amount that we'll do.
I kind of want to know what the...
Tell us the number you think about it, let us know.
Yeah. Offline.
How much?
$100. That's
done?
Lower. Yeah,
okay, done. Very well. We're going to go pay for Alejandro's hair to get done.
Yeah, if you have a great braider in Tulsa, go ahead and hit them in the comments because Alejandro needs to get twisted up.
Also, I hope Opus Pro sees particularly this clip on it because we really need a set designer to help us make this wall look better. So if you're a set designer and you have ideas, please let us know.
Yeah, we're not good at that.
No, but that's thanks for tuning in. Speak to you guys next week.